Hello, my name's Rob Edwards, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm super excited because we're going to be playing some Baldur's Gate 3. This is the early access version of the game. It's been out for about 10 days at the time of recording, I think, so just over a week anyway. And I've been playing the heck out of this game already, so this is not my first reaction to Baldur's Gate 3. This is sort of, after a week of playing, what have I learned, essentially. But I am going to start a new character in this video because who doesn't love creating new characters? So here we are on the character generation screen, and I am an old school pen and paper role player. I've played pretty much every version of Dungeons & Dragons there has ever been, and this version is 5th edition more or less, and like 5th edition generally, I need to think about my origin, my race, my class, my skills and my abilities, and because it's a computer role-playing game, I'm going to agonise for some time about my appearance. Let's start with simple stuff. I'm going to play a male character. I just tend to these days. When I was younger, I used to play a lot of female characters, but these days I play male. This is the early access version, so I don't get the origin characters, Asterion, Lae'zel, Gale, Shadowheart and Will. I will meet them during the course of the adventure, but I'm not going to get to play them on this occasion. But that's alright, I'm completely fine with playing a custom character that I'm going to build myself. Now, my first thought, when I was thinking about what class I wanted to play in this video, was to go with a Life Domain Cleric. The only problem with it is kind of the default. It's kind of what's selected for me straight away, and that's a little bit dull. So I'm going to create something different. I think I might do... See, I've played all of them now. I've played all 6 variations of this, but I haven't played all the 6 subclasses of it yet. I'm tempted to play a rogue because I haven't tried the thief subclass yet. No, I'm going to play a fighter. I know it's a bit vanilla, but I'm gonna try playing a fighter. So lots of hit points, which is a good start. Lots of proficiencies in armor and weapons. That's brilliant. And I start with a second wind ability, which is a bit of self-healing, which is always a good thing. I am going to favour dexterity though in this one, so let's have a look at my abilities. I'm going to have some strength, but I want to be a finesse fighter. Am I playing an elf though? Not a huge fan of elves. I mean, so what do elves give me? I mean, there are variations on elves. There's high elf and there is wood elf. Just the 2 of them. High elf gets me a minor illusion cantrip, intelligence and dexterity. Wood elf gets me dexterity and wisdom, and proficiency in stealth, which is quite nice. I haven't played a tiefling yet. I might come back to a tiefling. Drows, Dex and Charisma, or Dex and Charisma. I've never been a big Drow fan, I have to say. Githyanki, hilarious, but not really what I'm aiming for. Oh, now halflings. Dexterity. I think, do you know what, I'm going to play a stout heart halfling. I've got some dex, I've got a bit of constitution, that was playing into what I wanted here. Resistance to poison, that's pretty good. And I'm playing a halfling, that's pretty hilarious. Okay, So let's go back to my abilities. There we're playing a strong heart halfling, and I want them to be dex based. We are. Oh, what's my dump stat? Got 3 points to spend. I could hit me up with some wisdom and get me some perception. That's not a bad choice. But if I'm doing a lot of the talking, do I want to have a boost in my charisma? I feel perhaps I should. I should probably have a little bit of charisma. And that doesn't give me a bonus, sadly. 11 wisdom does not give me a plus in on my wisdom checks because it needs to be an even number. I could drop my dex, giving me more options. See, this is why character creation takes so long. I'm actually going to stick with my dex at 17, I think, because it does mean that when I get to, if I get to level 4 with this character, I have options for my stat increase. Yeah, okay, alright. So here we go. That's pretty good. We're pretty happy with our class choice. There's not much to choose about fighters really at this stage. Pretty happy with my abilities and my race. So it's time to think about origins and skills. Now, these are linked, because essentially in Baldur's Gate 3, what your origin gives you is proficiency in skills of your choice, 2 skills of your choice. And as a fighter, I'm not getting many proficiencies. I'm getting essentially 2. One of those probably wants to be athletics for jumping around a bit. The other one from fighter, intimidation. I'm a halfling. Can I really be intimidating? It doesn't feel right, does it? I've got a 10 int. History's not going to be brilliant. Perception. I mean, better to have perception than not, I guess. Survival, animal handling, acrobatics. I might actually, yeah, athletics and acrobatics for my halfling. They're a very bouncy halfling. I have to say, having played Baldur's Gate 3 quite a bit already, I haven't actually seen the acrobatic skill come up yet. So I don't know how useful that actually is. But there we go. That is what we're going to go with. Athletics, acrobatics for my fighter skills, which just leaves me with my origin skills. Insight and religion don't feel like the character I'm trying to create here. Deception and sleight of hand is quite nice. I quite like that actually, because that's a dex skill, and that gives me at least an option for talking in conversations, and so that's quite interesting. Criminal, deception and stealth. I'm going to be wearing heavy armor. I don't know that I'm going to be having a great deal of stealth options here. Acrobatics and performance, no. Animal handling and survival as a folk hero. That's interesting. Insight, persuasion, history, persuasion. I think I'm going to be a charlatan. I think I'm going to... My halfling character here is going to be a little bit dodgy, and I'm seeing him as going to be a bit of a sort of a swashbuckly type, I think. So we need a halfling name which is quite swashbuckly. I'm actually thinking I might just call him Swerve. I don't know. Something just appeals to that. He's a bit suave, but he's also quite dodgy. So he's not so much suave as Swerve. I quite like that. Yeah, all right, that's what we're going with. Appearance. So get ready to agonise. I know the voice I'm going to go with. One thing about Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access, we only have 4 voices for our characters, and not a great deal of character-specific dialogue that I've heard. Most of the conversations we hear what the other guy's saying, but not ourselves. It does pop up a little bit when we do passive checks and we spot something and we go, oh, is there something in the shadow there? So voice 1 and 3 are male voices, or I identify them as male voices. 2 and 4 more female voices.
Something just woke up down here.
I'm going with that voice. I've got voice 3 for my halfling Swerve. We need to give him green eyes. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. No facial hair, he's a hobbit. Hairstyles. There are about 30 of these, I think. So let's settle in for the long haul. I mean, I actually quite like that for hobbit hair. But let's not stop there on the first swing fit. So 7 is an interesting one. No. Not really. If I was going for that sort of style, 7 suits me more. It's a bit edgy to be a halfling. It's not very interesting. That's not bad, but I think I have a character with that hairstyle already. 7 is still looking my favourite so far. 23 is not bad, but I still like 7 because he's halflingness. That's quite halfling. And this is one thing which is irritating me. I can't... There's no kind of drop down here. To compare this to style 7, I've got to work all my way through to get back to 7 again. Hmm. 7 or 26. I think I quite like the Superman curl we've got going on there, so let's go with that. Do we want him to have black hair? We could be a bit more creative. I actually like the purple hair on him more than I thought I would. Although it calls it blue. I mean, maybe. Violet. Yeah, there we go. Swerve. Swerve, the strong heart halfling fighter. Acrobatic. Deceiving. Why is it changed? You've got to keep an eye on this. Because at some point when I was scrolling through the origins, clearly my athletics check didn't agree with it. So it's changed it to survival. So that is what I want. Athletics, acrobatics, sleight of hand, and deception. This, to me, says bouncy halfling.